morning. It's Monday the 8th of March 2021, which is a very happy and significant day because it's the first time that the kids can go back to school since before Christmas, when they broke up for Christmas. So schools are back open. Woohoo! I am so happy. Got them off this morning, come back, sat down, listened to the clock. It was absolutely amazing. What I've got to do is go to work, but first of all, I just today is the due day for the button quails. Nothing has happened as yet. I believe there might be a pip. It's so small, so difficult to see a pip, but I think there may be a pip on one of them. And I've been down there this morning to change the water to bring the humidity back up, and I'm about 99% sure, but I heard chirping from within the incubator, so fingers crossed for some hatching today. But what I've got to do is have a quick cup of tea, and then I've got to go and finish a job that I started on Friday. I've got some shrub. They're having their big garden makeover, a massive re-landscaping job, but the lady wants to save some shrubs and plants from the back garden, so I've got to relocate them to a border out the front, and then put a trellis up, and then take some stuff to tip for them. But then I'm going to get back and enjoy the peace and quiet, and hopefully watch some quail eggs hatching. So yeah, going to do that after my tea. Right, well, it was turning out to be a very unproductive day in the incubator today. I come back from work earlier, and before I picked the kids, I had a shower, and before I picked the kids up from school, I decided to come down here, and I got every single egg out quickly because I made sure it was nice and warm, and I put them up to my ear to see if I could hear anything. And on the back row, couldn't hear nothing. On the middle row, all three to the right, I could hear scuffling and tapping inside the egg. And the bottom row, the one to the left at the bottom, that was making the most scuffling around noise. But apart from that, there was nothing. I could see a couple of tiny little pips on a couple of them in the middle row. But like I said, these eggs are so small, it's really hard to see if they are pipped or not. In fact, I actually put a Cadbury's cream egg mini in there. Mini, not a normal cream egg, but a mini one, so you can see the size difference between a Cadbury's cream egg mini and the size of these button quail eggs. But yeah, so nothing really was happening, so I decided to come down here and have a little check before I went to bed. And the one that said it was making all the noise at the bottom started zipping. And now this is what happened. And it's a blonde. So we have the one chick, the other three, like I said, have got the tiniest pips on. So I'm hoping now the noise and kerfuffle that the blondie's making, it should spur them all on now to either hatch or not hatch. I'd like half, you know. Like I said, I only paid for 6 of these, but the guy sent me 6 free. So if I could get half of them, 4 off, between 3 and 5, I'll be happy. But it's literally tiny. It's like that big. Well, yeah, it's about half the size of my thumb, bless it. So we'll check back in the morning and see if we've got any more. I have to go to work tomorrow. Emma's here anyway, so I'll get Emma on the camera so she can do some filming. So I think I will go to bed because it is midnight. Yeah.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Right, we're nearly a day on now, and I've still only got the one button quail, little blondie that hatched last night, but only just, because I've just come down here to put some tools away. I've been to work this morning, done a bit of repotting and new composting and a few bits of cutting back for one of my regular customers. Then I came home, Emma and I went shopping, which is a rarity because she's off work and we never get to do anything without the children. So we managed to go shopping, which is boring, but at least without children. Then I come down here, just had a pot around and went to put something back, and I'd hear it chirping away, and I had a look in, I couldn't see it anywhere, and it was actually down the bottom in the water tray, which I've since took the water tray out. There wasn't a massive amount of water in there, but you know from the size of it, that's enough to drown it, because quails like to just drown themselves because they're stupid. It couldn't have been in there that long because it wasn't that wet anyway. So I've taken that tray out because I don't really think it's making any difference, because the water's stone cold, it's right down the bottom here, and everything is concentrated up here with the main tray under there. Ramped up the heat in the shed again, and I've had a listen to all the other eggs, and I believe there's only two eggs, which are the two which I've moved them around, because after he fell down there I had to move the tea towel and stuff, and they just rolled around, and he's just kicked them everywhere anyway, like little footballs. So the back row, last one on the right, and the middle row, last one on the right, them two there, they are still, one of them squeaked at me this morning, they are still like tapping and scuffling away in there, and the rest of them, no noise whatsoever, no pipping at all. Them two have pipped just one slightly, just an air pip, like an outer pip. So I'm going to go and pick the kids up from school. I only have to do, I don't know if you can see him up there, let's move in nearer. At the back, under the tea towel, he's just poked his head out. Bless it. He's so cute, so small. He's literally like, I don't know, 2 inches. He's so small. So yeah, I'm going to go and grab the kids from school in a minute. Hopefully nothing else happens, and hopefully it happens for them later. I did obviously get that one on record last night, so fingers crossed nothing happens while I do school. I only got one school run to do. Don't have to do all 3 because Emma's here, so she can go one school, I'll go to the other school, and then hopefully we'll get them 2 hatched out at least, and fingers crossed for a few more. If it's only the 3, if it's only the 1, I'm not really fussed. But well, I would like a few more, but we'll have to see what happens. Come on, eggs.
Sometimes it feels like I'm all alone. Sometimes life just ain't enough. No matter what I do or where I go, it seems like I'm aiming far too low.
Right, I'm going to have to prep the brooder and get him in it early, because I've just come back from the school run. I was going to actually do some work in here anyway, but I've just come back from the school run, and he went missing again, and I found him right at the back of the fridge where you have the little running gully with the little drain hole at the bottom. He obviously got down the back somehow. It's just like burrowing like a little worm, but he's managed to get down there and stick his head in the hole. I've had to pull him up by his backside to take him out. So I've put him back up the top, I've wedged up another tea towel at the back. Hopefully he'll just stay there for a couple of minutes while I sort this out. But what I'm going to do is get up a timber, cut it across here, drill it in so I can hang the water feeder to keep it off the sawdust at the bottom, because they make such a mess and stuff. And also this end I've got the ceramic heat bulb, and this is just for a light so we can see in here. Usually it's just a normal low wattage bulb, but I've actually put in a whatever you call them. Well, it's an LED filament thingy, but it will give off heat as well. So I'm going to get that in there, get these switched on, get the lid on, get the temperature sensor in here, just to see how high we can get it. Maybe around about 35 degrees should be right. Anything above 33, don't want it massively high like the incubator, but it'll be 24 hours in around about 5 hours time. So if I can get this to a nice temperature, it's a better home, and he can't go anywhere. There's nowhere he can go apart from probably bury himself under the sawdust. So get this in and get him out of there as soon as possible.
Why don't you come over? I'm standing on my feet with nothing more to say. And if you wanna walk with me, then walk the right way. We'll walk the right way. We'll walk the right way.
wait for that to get up to temperature. Hopefully it can get up to temperature because it's right by the window and we're still very cold at night, but I'll monitor it for a couple of hours. Should be all right with the ceramic heat bulb in there and the other bulb that's very hot. Should be all right, but I need to, you can see he's just relentless. He's just trying his hardest like a lemming to jump and kill himself. So should be able to get it in there pretty quickly. That's where it's going to have to live. I've got no room. It's going to block my window, so my view from outside is rather annoying, but that's where I want it to be. Last time I was on the floor and going down and looking in it and just, I don't know. It's never going to reach that water tray, even though it's hanging just off the sawdust because it's so small. So what I'm going to do is get like what we've done before, the little plastic caps off the top of the the milk cartons, and just a few of them in there with a little bit of water so they can drink but can't drown themselves. So we're already at 18.5 degrees. So try and get that to around about 32, 33 and I'll be happy. And we'll get him in there. That's if he's not got out the fridge somehow. Still no sign of the other two hatching, although they are still making noise. So fingers crossed we can, yeah, get him in. Got Buttons in. Rosie, you named him Buttons, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got him in there. I've put the I put a big bath towel on top, so I didn't think I'd be able to get the temperature up to around about 35 degrees, which is roughly what a brooder should be. Humidity is a little bit high as well, so I might have to. It's still going up to 35.4, so I'm going to take the towel back off and try and normalise it as much as I can. Failing that, I can just take the bulb out and just have the heat bulb in there. I will get it somewhere around about where it should be, but I'm just worried obviously because when the temperature drops at night, I won't be going to bed till probably about 1 in the morning. So by 1 in the morning, I'll know roughly what I need to do, whether to put the towel back on or not, to make sure he has the right temperature through the night. Now what we're going to do is go for dinner, because we've just been told it's dinner time, haven't we? So we're going to go and have some dinner, let him chill in here for a little bit, and hopefully these other two that I think are viable for hatching will do something so we can have more than one. And he's got buddies, but he's loving it. I'm putting the little toilet tube things in there for him, and he's quite happy. So I've just got to put some water, put a tiny little, I've got a lid off of a little plastic container, because obviously, like I said, I don't want anything deep at all. And I've crushed down some not layer mash, I've crushed down some like chick crumb as much as I can into like a powder, because maybe tomorrow should be all right for another few hours, maybe another day, because obviously it's still consuming his yolk. Rosie, stand still. Then yeah, fingers crossed he'll start eating and drinking and growing. Not a lot though, because we like him like that, don't we? Like a little tiny thing. So let's go and have some dinner, shall we? And we'll check back in a bit. Come on, let's go.
Careful not to step on the wire.
Okay. It's a bit of an obsession now, really. Just standing, staring at eggs that are not doing anything at all. Nothing's changed since dinner time. We're now at just gone 8 o'clock. Just keep waiting, because obviously due date was yesterday stroke today stroke Sunday, so it could still happen. I don't know. I can guarantee though that there's definitely life in the 2 eggs I mentioned this morning. So 2 of them eggs have definitely got life in. I can hear them when I put the egg to my ear. I can hear them scuffling around. All the other eggs, the other 9 eggs, can't hear a thing. Nothing at all. I've done the 9 eggs first. I held them to my ear for probably at least 5 to 10 seconds on each egg. And the last 2 I've done were both scuffling around and doing something inside the egg shell. So I'm just going to have to wait. Buttons is quite happy in there. We're going to send some videos to school, because they want us to email some short videos of the quail and the size of it. So we put a 50p in there and then tried hard it's whistling and tapping on the glass to get it to come to the edge and perform in front of the camera, but it didn't want to know. Every time I moved the camera, it came over, it was like, oh, what's this? Starts pecking at the 50p. So I'll keep trying to get a bit of footage of him. I could compare it to like the mini egg that I've shown you, but the cream egg mini. But you could think that that's a full-size cream egg. So with the 50p, perfect. But I've just got to get it. It just came near the 50p again. So it's a bit frustrating. So it's just a waiting game. So if anything develops, I'll let you know. But I might actually go up, take my eyes off it for a bit, leave them alone, leave the heater on, and go and watch a bit of TV. Because I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, not sat down yet, apart from driving. So I'm going to go and do that. I did take the bulb out. It was getting too hot. It got too hot. It got to almost the incubator temperature. So I've taken the heat emitting filament bulb out and put like a low thingy one in that doesn't heat up. And then it went down to about 31 degrees. So there's no happy medium. So I put the other bulb back in, took the towel off the top, and I'm also going to open, I've got like a little bit at the top, so I'm going to open it a little bit to let some air flow in, because again the humidity is sitting at 50, so I want that to come down a little bit as well. And then fingers crossed I can get it settled for overnight. And yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute, guaranteed. Come on! Rubbish, so I'm not working. Morning. I managed to make it till 2 in the morning last night, stroke this morning, and I had more pipping on the light one, not the dark one, but both of them were still making noise, but nothing actually happened, so I gave up, went to bed. Got up this morning, and the brown one has pipped and zipped a lot more. The white one has pipped a bit more, but not a lot. Really struggling, that one, so I don't really want to intervene. They say don't do that, but last year I did actually intervene and help out 2 quails hatch, which well, I saved their lives because I still got them in the aviary. Well, I might have, or the rat might have killed them. They all look the same, so I don't know. Anyway, Button's fine. He had a great night, or she had a great night. It's running around like a headless chicken. Honestly, it's so fast, like a little yellow mouse just bombing around. So the plan today is got rid of the kids, get some washing on, don't want to do too much, want to concentrate getting them 2 hatched out, and fingers crossed nothing else is happening with the other eggs. I think they're pretty much done, but if them 2 come out today, then I'll leave the other 2 in there for a couple more days before I get rid of them. So T, go down there and try and hatch them out. Getting there, slowly, he really is. But I'm going to take my eyes off the eggs for a minute and go and get some lunch. The white one has stopped probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now. The white one has not moved at all, so I don't know. I'm not going to touch it, but the other one is so close, it just won't. Just all he has to do is just push his legs out and he's out, and that's it. Anyway, just let you know that I've actually got this up and running again now, because I've actually got some duck eggs on the way. I have ordered, courtesy of my friend and his money, I have ordered 6 Cayuga hatching eggs off eBay. I'd like to kind of pick them up myself, but it turned out there was like 3 hours and 51 minutes away. So I'm going to take the risk, come through the post. They're kind of weird, like velvet green ducks. But yeah, I'm going to get them in there when they get here, maybe at the weekend. But I'm going to go and have some lunch. Homemade boiled quail egg and salad sandwiches. Right, I'm back from school run again, so my 6 hours of freedom, it didn't hatch in it. And now I've got the kids, so I'm going to be up, down, sorting dinner and stuff, and lunches and uniforms and all that kind of rubbish. Still hasn't happened, and I'm getting slightly concerned. I mean, it's still moving around. I've gave it a little spritz, I'm whistling, and it just seems to be struggling. Now it looks like it's kind of like where it's opened up and it's closing to get opened up. You can see the membrane stuff drying up. Squeaking away a lot. So I don't know. I am 100% convinced though that the shinier white one, that's gone. Knocked it on the head. It hasn't moved, hasn't done anything. It looks all dry and crusty in a tiny little hole. So we're just going to carry on, get this one out. I don't want to intervene. Tempted, but I'm going to leave it as long as I can.
The sign was given, it's in the way you move and in the sound of your heart. We tend to fall together, fall in love, and still in the end we'll fall apart. So as hope is that we stay close, but it's the life that we chose. It takes time to get it right. Sleepless days and nights. We just need a little more. Just a little time for you and I. So stay a bit longer. Just a little time for you and I. Until it's over. Just a little time.
Didn't really want to do that, but I felt that I had to intervene eventually, just save its life, because I do think it was going to give up. It was struggling way too much. You can see it was breaking out. The shell was breaking away, but the membrane was kind of stuck around it, like in a little sleeping bag kind of position. But it's out now, it's drying out. Hopefully it'll be alright. It's suffered long enough. It's been 48 hours. Learning curve for me and the Stellabator that don't try and hatch button quail eggs in here, because they can just find little holes and fall down. Ducks, chickens should be alright. I'm not hatching no chickens. Ducks should be alright, but if I do little quails again, I'll do them in the Stellabator. So I'm going to keep this very brief because it's gone on for so long. I'm going to have to sell it to Netflix as some kind of limited series or something, because it's just like ridiculously long. I'm glad we actually got something hatch out of here, and hopefully they'll be alright and we can move them into the aviary in probably about a month, 6 weeks time. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, set your preferences to all. That way YouTube will let you know when I upload new videos, and you can watch some more of my crap if you want. If you'd like to help me out anyway, don't feel pressured, you don't have to, but there are links in the description for PayPal if you want to buy me a one-off pint to help me with my sanity with all the crap that I do at home with the children and eggs and stuff and gardening and the rest of the rubbish. Or you could become a patron and pay a small contribution each month to help my channel along. So thank you very much for watching. I think I might go up the house now and try and chill, but I'm probably not going to do that because I'm going to have to sort this video out, all 185 clips of it. Or I might actually try and do an autopsy on the eggs to see what happened. By the way, goodbye, see you soon, thanks for watching.